abortion advocates continue to push false claims surrounding the Born Alive Abortion Survivors Protection Act after it failed to pass the Senate last week.
What about the babies that survive abortion? How come they can't have health care?
Infanticide is illegal everywhere in America. Go ahead. Infanticide is illegal everywhere in America.
That was Senator Elizabeth Warren, a Democratic presidential candidate, dodging a question in Iowa about her vote against the Born Alive bill. The Born Alive bill would require abortion survivors receive appropriate medical care, but it failed to pass the Democratic filibuster in the Senate last week. And yet another example of misinformation surrounding this bill, Planned Parenthood released a statement saying the Born Alive bill is, quote, not based in science or reality. We will address these false claims with a top pro-life leader shortly, but now to discuss the Born Alive bill and more, we go to our first guest. Joining us now from Capitol Hill is Republican Senator Josh Hawley of Missouri. Senator, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
First off, what is your reaction that the Senate failed to pass the Born Alive Abortion Survivors Protection Act?
You know, it's incredibly disappointing. It's really incredibly shocking. I mean, the idea that the Democrats will not agree to protect babies who are born in this country. Here's what the bill says. I was proud to co-sponsor it, by the way. The bill says that every infant born in this country deserves medical care and medical protection, even if they're survivors of abortion. You know, the survivors of abortion, babies who survived abortions, they're no different than anybody else. So if you've got a young baby who survived an abortion, she deserves the same protection as everybody else. And the fact that Democrats voted no on that, I think really tells you what a hard left turn they have taken, the sort of extremism you're seeing on their side. It's just not who we are as Americans.
It's devastating. I want to turn now to the role of the courts in the pro-life issue. You are a freshman senator and have already been appointed to the Senate Judiciary Committee, which has the major responsibility of confirming judicial nominations. And you said in a public letter, I will not vote to confirm nominees whom I believe will expand substantive due process precedents like Roe v. Wade and Casey versus Planned Parenthood of Southeast Pennsylvania. Senator, can you walk us through what do you mean by that?
Well, I just mean that, look, President Trump said that he was going to appoint judges who were pro-life judges who respected life and who weren't going to make stuff up in the Constitution. And he was right, and I agree with that. And so my job as a senator is to ask every judicial nominee who comes through the committees I sit on, who comes across my desk, is this somebody who's going to respect the Constitution? Now, look, judges are bound by precedent. Lower court judges especially are bound by precedent. That is what it is. But what I'm saying is I'm not going to support anybody who is going to expand this judicial activism, who's going to take away the rights of states and local governments to protect unborn life to the maximum extent possible under current law. So I've taken the same pledge the president's taken, and I'm going to fulfill that pledge.
I also want to give you the opportunity, Senator, to respond to that Wall Street Journal editorial, which essentially accused you of using judicial nominees to look like a pro-life hero. What's your response to that?
Hey, my response is I am not going to shy away from asking every judicial nominee if they'll follow the Constitution. The Constitution does not give judges the right to impose their own social views. It doesn't give judges or justices the right to make stuff up. And I think it is absolutely critically important that we ask every judge who comes in front of Congress and in front of the Senate, will you adhere to what the Constitution says? Will you follow what we, the people, have written and not just impose your own social agenda or your own social views? That's the job I was sent here to do, and that's what I'm going to do.
Senator Josh Hawley of Missouri, welcome to the show. It's good to have you and hope to have you back again. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.